Welcome back to Deepak's Daily Reading. Today I'm going to be talking about Personality Isn't Permanent, once again by Dr. Benjamin Hardy. So some pretty good insights today from this book that I really quite enjoyed. So your future you should be better than your current you, and to stay the same means you're not advancing. So wherever you're at now, when it comes to morning routines, when it comes to the content that you read, the content that you produce, the way you manage your business, if you're not progressing, your future you isn't better than your current you, it means you're not advancing. So you should view your future self as different from your current self, and this is someone that you will grow into. One tactic that I forget who it was specifically employs is to say, my hero is me at 40 years old, and it is your future self you need to chase. So you should write down in as much detail, and this is where it refers back to the Xander letters that we spoke of in the book High Performance by Jack Humphrey and Professor Damian Matthews, that you should write down in as much detail as possible who your future self is. We consider it your future self filter, and then it's centering around one major goal. Having one major goal creates focus, and focus creates momentum. And this example would be my desire to buy a £750,000 Ferrari without changing or disrupting any other income or anything else that I'm focusing upon. So that's the one major goal I'm going to try and focus upon. So it's just interesting when you have one specific goal, it really gives clarity. So another example is, I had a goal it was a clear goal, writing a 1,000 day newsletter, and I've got to day 365. So that clarity of goal helped me out. So that was good. So I'm going to try and do the same thing with Quora now. And I'm going to say, my goal is to write 100 Quora answers before I can stop. And that means I need to make sure that I write for the next 50 days, as an example, if I'm going to write 2 Quora answers per day. So these are just some examples of how that ultimately plays out. And alongside that, my goal is to have a 2020 Ferrari SF90 Stradale by 40. I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I will have it. So the Xander letter then would be how I got, or how I paid for the Ferrari SF90 in cash for my own 40th birthday. So that's really interesting. And the idea also with this one simple goal, is that complexity will kill motivation, because you lose your focus and your momentum. So that's why one goal allows for a more streamlined path, and a specific goal also increases your faith in achieving that goal, because it makes the path to the goal clearer. So this will happen. I don't know exactly how, but this will happen. And it will happen because I'm making a commitment to my future self. So I'm making a commitment to the man I will be at 40 years old, that I'm going to do all I can to get you that Ferrari, because you're going to deserve it. And this is something that I commit to you. And fundamentally, these are some of the key insights to Personality Isn't Permanent. It also says, a mistake repeated more than once. Well, rather, this is a quote from Paulo Coelho, the writer of The Alchemist, I believe. A mistake repeated more than once is a decision. A mistake repeated more than once is a decision. And in reference to Personality Isn't Permanent and what you can do to drive towards becoming your future self, one simple example is going to bed 1 hour earlier is one of the fastest ways to become your future self. Because, and this was really powerful for me, going to bed 1 hour earlier is you going to bed when your willpower and your decision-making skills are at the lowest, and waking up earlier means that you will have more time when your decision-making skills and willpower are at their highest. Because if you lose 1 hour in the morning, you'll end up spending all day looking for that hour. Then a final additional quote is, anyone who isn't embarrassed of who they are, or who they were last year, probably isn't learning enough. So anyone who isn't embarrassed of who they were last year probably isn't learning enough. So again, Dr. Benjamin Hardy, really lots of key insights about how you can ultimately change your personality and fundamentally reinvent yourself by making commitments to your future self with one clear goal in mind. And the fastest way to start modifying your behavior in service of that goal is beginning by going to bed 1 hour earlier. And for me, that would be consistently going to bed at 9:30. An example being yesterday, I went to bed at 10:30. So if I can go to bed even earlier, I'll achieve even more. Hey guys, it's Deepak Shukla here. I am huge on listening to books on Audible. So if you're interested in getting all of the insights as I discover them through the course of all the books I read, please do comment, like, and of course subscribe so that you get notified every time we release a video. Thank you so much, and I hope to hear from you soon.